first major war has broken out between human beings and artificial intelligence. Now, this opening skirmish is at the core of the complete Hollywood shutdown, as actors have now joined writers on the picket lines. This strike, which is the first of its kind since Ronald Reagan was head of the Screen Actors Guild, as Sagar pointed out, it's extraordinary for its breadth and for how it will impact all of our favorite shows and movies. But while the grievances are at their core typical workers' concerns over wages, working conditions, and fair treatment, the way that tech is upending this entire industry has emerged as a key concern for both the writers and the actors that are involved here. Just take a listen to SAG-AFTRA President Fran Drescher on why their members overwhelmingly felt compelled to strike.
The entire business model has been changed by streaming, digital, AI. This is a moment of history that is a moment of truth. If we don't stand tall right now, we are all going to be in trouble. We are all going to be in jeopardy of being replaced by machines and big business. Who cares more about Wall Street than you and your family?
In an interview on MSNBC, she went into even greater depth about some of the specific AI proposals that the union had so recoiled at. Just take a listen.
There are things that they want to have our background performers work one day for and get scanned for AI, and then they own the likeness of the person digitally, and they could use them over and over again. What is going to happen to that hardworking background person? They're going to be out of business. This is the kind of thing that's happening all over the world.
The issues that are being brought up are so novel, and yet in some ways the struggle is the same as it ever was.
So just to give you a little bit of context here, according to the Actors Union, Hollywood studios want to be able to scan actors in order to create AI replicas, which those studios could then use for whatever they want, literally forever. Now, if that's true, that proposal would completely destroy the livelihoods of many actors who depend on background work in order to make ends meet, would basically be the end of movie extras. Remember, the overwhelming majority of actors are not the superstar multimillionaire celebrities that become household names. They are more likely to be the background actors who are living paycheck to paycheck, but who are still a key part of making your favorite show or film. Now, the studios did push back on this characterization, saying the current proposal would only allow the AI scans to be used on that particular production for which the background actor is employed. Even that would be really disastrous for them. And apparently this tech is already being deployed in the industry. Actress Lena Hall wrote on Twitter, quote, "So Snowpiercer Season 4 did a full body scan and full range of emotion capture of all the series regulars on the show, not ever telling us the real reason why. Now I know why, and it's really disturbing because I did not consent." Writers are also striking in part over AI concerns. They fear that in a world where streaming networks are desperate to churn out just as much content as they possibly can as quickly as possible, studios could turn to AI to cut writers out of the process as much as they can. According to The Independent, quote, "Members of the Writers Guild of America, WGA, shared concerns that producers may seek to use AI to write scripts or at least use the technology to complete unfinished screenplays and have also urged production houses to agree to safeguards around its usage. Screenwriters fear AI could be used to churn out a rough first draft with a few simple prompts, and writers may then be hired after this initial step to punch such drafts up, albeit at a lower pay rate." These concerns expose the techno-optimist lie that AI will create more jobs than it destroys. Thousands of background actors could be put out of work. How many coders will it take to program their likenesses into the background? Handful, maybe? And the job of writer might remain, but it will be degraded so that they will effectively be assistants to the bots, cleaning up the drafts that AI churns out. And what's true for this industry is going to be true for many, many more, because bosses are always going to look for ways to use fewer workers. Workers are expensive, they have rights, and there's at least some limitations on how much you're allowed to exploit them. Bots, they never talk back, they never need time off, and they require no humanity. If the country only cares about profits for the top, human beings could become truly disposable. That's to say nothing of the way that Hollywood has already been degraded and stripped of beauty, risk-taking, and creativity by the demand to place the safest, most market-palatable bet. Now, you may not think that this fight has a lot to do with you other than creating an annoyance as your favorite show production is delayed. You may think that these Hollywood stars and starlets have nothing in common with you and are privileged to even have the ability to complain about all of this. And you know what? There's some truth to that. After all, it is their prominence, combined with their union power, by the way, which is the only thing that even gives them a chance to push back on any of this. But this is just the beginning. Automation has already come for blue-collar America. Now it's coming for white-collar workers, too. Everyone now has an interest in seeing the shared threat to their livelihoods and supporting one another in these struggles that will draw new lines in the sand of what is acceptable and what is immoral in this new landscape. Bottom line, technology should benefit human beings, not destroy their lives. Because in this future that we are just catching a glimpse of, it's not that people will become wholly irrelevant, it's that the gulf between the haves and have-nots will become ever greater as the owner class separates more and more from the labor class. It's that every last sector of our lives will be colonized, commoditized for profit. And if this brave new world can come for Hollywood stars and starlets, what chance do ordinary people ultimately stand? And I think this is a very telling, Sagar, of where all of these fights. Hey guys, if you like that video, go to breakingpoints.com, become a premium subscriber, and help us build the best independent media organization on the planet.
That's right. We're subscriber funded. We're building something new. We want to replace these failing mainstream media organizations.
So again, to subscribe, it's breakingpoints.com.